3, 2, 1 action.
3, 2, 1, cowboy.
Today we're at the engineering lab, and we're going to talk about CNC equipment and what we have for prototyping. Over here we have Joel, who's our prototype machinist. So he's in charge of doing all the programs and just making all the parts for us. We have 2 machines, a lathe and a vertical mill. And yeah, so we'll talk a little bit in detail of each one. So fun fact, Joel's a big Haas F1 fan, and I don't know if you see the machines, you probably know why. So down here we have the bar loader, and what we can do is load up bars of material in here. It'll push it into the machine as it's making parts. We can put like 10, 20 bars in here if we wanted, and it'll just keep running until it's out. So here in the cabinet, the bars will come in, they'll get pushed into the spindle. Spindle is what clamps down on the bar and spins it up to this machine about 6,000 RPM. Up on the turret here, we have various tools that we need to make a part. And this turret moves in 2 axes, a Z axis in and out, and then an X axis up and down. So once we machine the part, the last operation will be a cutoff. They'll cut the part off. This parts catcher will actually come up, grab the part, and dump it into the bin here. So if all goes well, you could have a bin full of finished parts. The lathe is great as long as you're making round parts. If we want to make something other than a round part, we have to go over here to the vertical mill. So one of the big differences between this machine and the lathe is your part or your material is actually stationary, whereas on the lathe it's spinning. And on this machine, your tool is the one that's spinning, whereas the lathe, it's stationary. It's technically a 3-axis mill, and I'll explain the 3 axes to you. One being the table. It can move in 2 axes. That's a Y in and out, and an X, back and forwards. And the spindle will come down into the Z axis. So that's 3 axes. We actually have an optional upgrade, and that's the 4th axis. And mounting parts in this, we're able to rotate it 360 degrees to get different angles on the part. And what we can do is we can change out different tools. We have a big tool magazine up here. Joel's able to do the programming in the computer. It tells it which tool it needs and when it needs it, and it'll come up here and change tools. So that's a little bit about the prototype equipment we have over here. This stuff is actually kind of hand-me-downs from production. And next episode, we'll go and look at what they have over there, because it is a lot fancier. It's locked. Gotta unlock it. Gotta unlock it.
Need to be more strong.
Is it?